Hey guys, it's Becca from In a Bookshelf, and today we are going to be discussing P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. Guys, Jenny Han has quickly become one of my favorite authors of all time. These books are amazing. If you have not picked up To All the Boys I Loved Before, I don't know why you haven't. it took me a long time. I understand. It took me a long time. I was like, that looks so cliche. I am not gonna read that. Okay? Well, I'm very sad that I did not read that and I didn't go ahead. I like to be with everyone. It's okay, you know, this comes out this time and this comes out this time. I like to love the book and have it come out. I love the series of the books to come out and me be reading it each time it comes out. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm not making sense, but whatever. Let's just pretend like I make sense. And the third book just came in the mail today actually, so I'm really happy that I got the third book. But today we're going to be discussing the second book in the trilogy, which is now a trilogy. Guys, 5 out of 5 stars, every single one of her books. 5 out of 5 stars, 5 out of 5. I would give her 10 million stars if I could, but Goodreads doesn't do that. So we start off the book where Lara Jean is writing that letter to Peter, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna go give this to Peter, and let's see what he does. So she goes to Peter's house, and you know, Peter's like,
what are you doing here? You know, I don't like you anymore, whatever, you know, I'm cool, bro.
And she's like,
oh, okay, bye.
And then he sees the letter in her hand. I'm sick. He sees the letter in her hand, he grabs it, and he's like, and he reads it, and he's like, okay, so you were just gonna leave, and you weren't gonna tell me that you still liked me? What? And at the same time, I'm like, what, Lara Jean? You weren't gonna give him the letter? Are you kidding? I think the whole entire purpose of writing the letter was giving it to him, and so he can know how you feel. Why are you trying to be like those cliche girls and all those cliche books? Lara Jean is not a cliche girl. Lara Jean is the best character I've ever read before in my life. I love her so much. That kind of frustrated me because I was like, you wrote this letter. I see how this book is going to start going. Dang it. Now, in my last video of my review of P.S. I Still Love You, I was guessing that there was going to be more drama. And I was correct, and I loved it. I loved all the drama that went on in this book. It's such typical high school drama, and I loved it. Genevieve, okay. Genevieve is a very frustrating evil villain. I love her because she is a really good evil villain set in a high school / ex-girlfriend of Peter. Peter still cares for Genevieve, and that kind of annoyed me because the way that he would talk about her and talk about how he still cared for her, and then how he texts her still, and that's just weird. How he still goes to her house and talks to her. Now we know the reason is because her dad was having an affair with a 16-year-old girl, but I know you guys are still friends, but Genevieve is only being friends with you because she doesn't want you to be with Lara Jean because she's jealous. Peter, how do you not know this? Us girls, we know how other girls think, especially ex-girlfriends, and Lara Jean and me totally knew what Genevieve wanted to do with Peter. And I was like, no, Genevieve, pause off my boyfriend. And I think most of the book was a different side of Lara Jean. It was her jealous side. She was always bringing up Genevieve to Peter, especially because of that video that got leaked of them making out in the hot tub on Instagram. I think that was really well played out, okay? The fact that their video of them making out, it didn't really make Peter mad. I don't know why it didn't make him mad. If that happened to me, I would be mortified. One of my favorite parts was when Lara Jean, whenever the video got leaked out and everyone was commenting all these horrible comments, she was like,
is my face still there? I can't feel my face.
that was hilarious. Any girl like Lara Jean would freak out. I would freak out. We all know it was Genevieve, duh. But he can't ever face the fact that it was Genevieve. And then when he found out it was Genevieve, he didn't even tell Lara Jean. He was protecting Genevieve, and that just made me mad. The one heartbreaking moment was when she went to the lacrosse game because she was going to tap out Peter because they had that game. He didn't show up, and she's with Ambrose McLaren. I love his name so much. And so she goes to the thing and the lacrosse game, and Peter's not there. And she automatically knows, like, he's definitely with Genevieve. And they go and they see Genevieve, and he's hugging Genevieve. And then she's like, yeah, call me when you're done hanging out with her. And he's just like, okay. Okay? What? You should be explaining to me why you were hugging all over your ex-girlfriend over there. I don't know. Genevieve's sob story, like, I didn't buy it. Like, I knew, okay, that's gotta be hard that your dad is literally having an affair with a girl your age, but that is no excuse for treating people the way she treated Lara Jean. I mean, hacking into the school's PowerPoint and having that video and like memes go up, that was horrifying, but hilarious. Horrifyingly hilarious, but very horrifying for Lara Jean. One of the cute moments was when like Lara Jean and Peter were like spooning, and Peter was like, man, I love spooning. Can we just talk about all the amazing like recipes in this book? I have been looking on Pinterest now because of these books for like Korean recipes, because the food that they talk about in this book makes me hungry. Like, I want some Korean food because of Lara Jean. So I know we had to talk about it. Ambrose McLaren. Ambrose McLaren was adorable and sweet and kind and probably hot if he was a real person, but Ambrose McLaren. Jenny Han, how dare you put another good, awesome guy in this book that we know we can't have, like fictional boy. Their letters back and forth, like that was cute, but like I was like suspicious, like I was like, that doesn't seem like a good idea, Lara Jean, to be sending letters back to a boy that is not your boyfriend. And they started getting close, and oh, I knew it was gonna happen. I knew they were gonna kiss. I knew they were gonna like get close, and then she was gonna have to choose between Peter and John, but I knew she was gonna pick Peter, because Peter all the way. Peter will always be number one. Like, one of the most heartbreaking moments was when after Peter and Lara Jean broke up, and he had given her that necklace for Valentine's Day, and she was just in her seat, and he comes up to her after class, and she's like, oh, if he asked to get back together, I will totally say yes. Like, I love him so much. And he's just like,
so I'm gonna need that necklace back, obviously.
And she's just like,
oh, let me get it off. I'm sorry.
hands shaking. And he's just like,
I don't need it right now.
she's just like,
No, take it off, take it off.
that was so sad. Like, okay, you don't ask for a gift back. I don't care how much it is. It could be a wedding ring for all I care. You're not getting the gift back. Like, I'm selling the gift on eBay. I'm gonna make some money off of it. But they got together, so it made me feel happy. But like in the next book, I'm hoping that we see how their relationship progresses, because okay, in the first book we saw how they kind of got together, and in this book we see how like they deal with like drama that comes up when they first started their relationship. But I believe the third book is when they're literally out, they're about to be out of senior year, which is a big point in their lives. That's when they're about to like leave for college, and people are separating, and I hope Peter and Lara Jean stay together forever. Jenny Han, they're gonna be together forever, right? No spoilers in the comments, okay? No spoilers. Here's the third book that came in the mail today. Like, it's beautiful. Oh, it's so pretty. Guys, I love these books. I will never regret picking these books up. Like, this book was amazing, and hopefully the third book will be amazing. Just as amazing. So leave down in the comments below what you thought about this book. What were your thoughts? How do you think about Ambrose McLaren, like, and Peter? Because Peter was kind of a jerk in this book, but like a lovable jerk. Like, I hate him, but then I love him. Like, you can't help but love Peter. So I hope you enjoyed this review. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!